orbiting Gadara. Tracking a remnant architect.
Pathfinder, more of your outposts need help, if you have time. Settlers on Kadara are suffering from a bacterial infection. They need Angaran antibiotics to fight it. A medic in the city should be able to help.
Got it. They'll have that medicine in no time.
Not worrying about a Ked attack is a nice change of pace.
That route through the Scourge? No wonder I stayed here.
This view alone was worth the bumpy ride.
Someday, we'll find a world like this. Just for us.
Whatever you're making, I have something to help.
All right, yes, I think so. Excellent. While I pack this up for you, how's your cousin settling in? Just shell-shocked still. She was so sure they would be shipped back. I know that feeling. But she's here now. She'll be fine. Pathfinder.
And what's this one?
It's designed to absorb or retain sunlight. Helps us hold our charge. It's popular on Vault where the sun is in.
We're still good. Ryder. Browse my goods. You will. Look at it carefully.
That's much too small. Who even wore that?
No clue. But it sure is pretty.
Besides, my place is...
I think you'd like Vault. It's beautiful.
The Ket are everywhere.
Then perhaps Savaro.
I'd be better off among the criminals of Kadara.
I read through your reports. How long till the Angara allows civilian visitors?
I'm working on it. For now, all visits to Aya must have an official purpose.
We'll discuss this later.
Pathfinder, what can I do for you?
That's all for now.
I'm here if you need anything.
Sun and skies, this is the good stuff. Sun above.
You took down those outsiders on Elephant, didn't you?
Just one. But he had a gun. Hey, kid. This is all the Ket. They did this to us.
Ashel.
You know I'm right. We finish training as fast as possible, and we go out there and we fight.
But how do we fight them? Those exalted, they could be my cousin, your mother. All of our disappeared. They're us, Ashel. How do we fight us?
When I signed on to the initiative, I thought I'd be building museums, not enjoying alien cultures.
I came to establish communities, not integrate with an advanced civilization. Life's funny.
Think the Angara were just being polite when they accepted our exhibit?
They're as curious about us as we are about them.
It was a lot to assemble on short notice. I hope they understand.
We did fine. Don't know about you, but I could spend the rest of my life here just learning.
Hello, Pathfinder. Any good news for me?
Is this Angaran? I found it on one of your homeworlds.
Sun above. It's an ancient Ravan, a musical instrument. It uses Angara's body energy to produce music. We have them now, but nothing this beautiful. The songs it played were probably lost long ago. How much culture have we forgotten? Art, music, stories, it's all gone.
I can't imagine losing everything that way.
You left your culture behind. This isn't much different. In any case, relics like this help us.
I'll come back when I have something.
Stars guide your travels.
Efra should have come to me.
Shh, Uxul, I'm all right.
You almost died. What's she doing here?
I asked the Moshai to set up a meeting. I don't want us to be enemies.
Is this true?
Uxul, Ryder rescued me from the Ket. She risked her life to...
Sloane Kelly saved Kadara. Look how that went.
I want to be allies. Equal allies.
You don't even treat your own equally. Isn't that why the Krogan left?
How did you...
I've been watching you. You're invaders just like the Ket, except less cautious.
What does that mean?
You'll know soon enough. Do not trust them, Chauvin.
Axel. He didn't used to be like this. He was curious, brilliant. But the Ket, even without exaltation, they change us.
There's still time to bring him around.
I want to believe that, but his hatred towards aliens,
I'll prove we can be trusted.
I hope so.
Ryder, we just received an emergency recording from EOS. Come to the meeting room when you get back to the Tempest.
Indulge in a little luxury. Haribo fresh from
No
the
trouble,
farm.
I see. Good.
It comes into contact with our electrical energy, it glows.
Seriously?
Good for making a statement to parties, not so great for stealth. The arc on it. More than usual. About what specifically? The Moshae being rescued? Definitely the Moshae being rescued. They're still using adaptive encryption, but from what I can tell, things are ugly. Someone will be sacrificed to this anger. Soon, at this rate. Good. Fewer kept to deal with. Pathfinder, next time you're on Kadara Port, I need a favor. The contact who helped us find Venturev hasn't checked in. He's overdue.
Don't know when I'll be there next, but I can look him up.
If he doesn't have a good excuse, he's fired. What do you need?
You've been fighting Ket a long time. Any advice?
Your war's different from ours.
It's still a war, and we're not prepared for it.
Wouldn't matter if you were. The Ked aren't a conventional enemy.
Any idea where they came from? A homeworld somewhere?
Each of our colonies heard a different story. I doubt any were true. They came from far away. That's all we know.
Ever tried following a Ket ship to see where it goes?
Of course we did. Wherever home is, they don't visit.
Do the Ket have a favorite strategy? Something we can exploit?
They switch tactics constantly, almost capricious about it. Makes them unpredictable.
They must have some weakness.
They're vulnerable to brute force. That's enough.
The Ket aren't mindless monsters. They must care about something.
Slaves, resources, power. Same as any conqueror.
You didn't see the exaltation process. Treat it like religion.
They convert us against our will. That's not religion, it's genocide. Every culture has its purpose. Theirs is to take whatever they want.
There's no official Angaran military, just the resistance?
Lost our fleets and armies decades ago. Ket mostly. The rest fell to internal strife. We kept fighting, but our civilians were disorganized, poorly supplied, leaderless. Decades of aimless defiance got us nowhere. I had to make the resistance real.
How is the resistance organized?
Loosely, we operate in cells. Independent strike teams have better odds. If the Ket capture a cell, it doesn't compromise the rest.
How'd you wind up in charge?
Nothing to lose. My family was rounded up into a Ket slave camp. Last contact I had with any of them was 10 years ago.
They could still be alive.
Didn't figure you for an optimist.
What success have you had against the Ket?
Enemy casualties are up 600% in 3 years. But that's just a number. Every time we destroy a facility, take out a warship, we give our people hope.
And you're not fighting alone anymore.
We'll see.
I've seen armed people in uniform. They're not resistance?
Aya police. Purely ornamental. Gives us the appearance of civilization.
You don't think they're necessary?
If things go bad, the resistance will handle it.
That's up to the governor, isn't it? What do you think of your governor?
She governs Aya, not the resistance.
Way to avoid the question. Is there history between you?
I can always count on Paran to offer a spirited argument.
You respect her.
She holds her own. Not many do.
What's your story, Ephra?
You're not getting my personnel file.
I'd just like to know who I'm working with.
You want to know what it's like being me? I wake up every morning to fight a war. I send people to kill and die. If I'm lucky, there are more dead Ket than resistance when I go to sleep.
That's a hell of a burden.
Enough personal discussion.
I hope the initiative is making a good impression.
The initiative. Sounds so unthreatening. Like a city planner meeting.
That's kind of what it's meant to be.
City planners don't walk around in battle armor with rifles on their shoulder.
Depends on the city. My point is, we traveled through dark space to build something here.
That's what invaders always say. At first.
We're not invaders.
Of course.
I'll let you get back to it.
Good.
Move Team Vayon to replace them? No, 6-9 is still unstable. They'll be out of food in 2 days, out of ammo in 3. They have to fall back.
Sounds like you've got trouble.
Too many kit, not enough resistance. I have a team that's been in the field for 6 months without resupply. They won't come in. Say they're close to taking down a kit outpost, but I don't know.
Give your team a chance to pull it off.
We fought best when the odds are against us. Maybe you're right. This is the hardest part of my job. Thank you for the advice, Pathfinder.
My people on Kadara are fighting a bacterial infection. Do you have antibiotics?
Of course. Will this do? every credit in my account here.
Good thing your embassy established an exchange rate for commerce.
Not so good for me.
Here, I have the antibiotics for Kadara. Will the settlers be okay?
Once they have these, they'll be fine. I'll make sure they know who to thank.
Ryder, could we talk a moment?
You have AVP outstanding, Pathfinder.
Ah, you acquired the components?
Yes. I'm looking forward to seeing what you and Gil put together.
He's very gifted. When we succeed, more of your people can experience our stories as they are meant to be enjoyed. Goda Tavitara, the Lulia Reborn trilogy. I'm weeping a bit already. Prepping VidCon communications.
Suvi, play the full distress call from Prodromos.
Right away.
This is the Initiative Outpost Prodromos on Eos. We're in need of assistance. Tempest, this one is for you. We've got hostiles inbound. No ground activity, but there soon will be. Pathfinder, we need you. Going dark until it's resolved. We're not giving up Eos again. Out.
Could use more information than just hostiles and the worry of escalation.
Could be he's worried it's not a simple attack. If someone's willing to risk attacking Prodromos, your first outpost...
They're trying to make a point. That's the last we heard? Nothing else?
No Ryder, but also no alarms. The orbital buoy isn't showing any major traffic. Bradley's military, all about the prep. I bet it's a brownout to present less of a target.
Keep the nav fresh. I'll be on the bridge soon.
Understood.
ready to fly, Path. What the?
Find something?
Something pinged us. An ID request. The Tempest auto-responded.
We'll keep an eye out in the sector.
Descent is green.
Coordinating. Path is calm.
Sorry to keep you in the dark, Pathfinder, but there are eyes on this planet.
We didn't see much traffic from orbit.
It's there. But hopefully you can get ahead of this before it turns into something bad. See you soon. Thanks for coming. Knew you'd be up for it.
I need answers. You said there were hostiles inbound.
We've had raids. With all our scientific gizmos, we expected pirates. But not this.
4-5, repeat. Stockpile complete. Waiting for beacon. Launch on detection. Repeat. 1-2-3.
What am I hearing, Bradley?
Here's my worry. Maybe the raids we've seen were just a decoy, so someone could do a slow tactical buildup in the Black Rock.
Tactical? You mean military?
No, that was an Angaran voice. He means Roekaar. That's why he called us.
An attack on our first outpost? Can you imagine how the Nexus would react?
Exactly the response Aksul wants.
Eos has been through enough. We'll put a stop to whatever this is.
I knew you would. I hope I'm wrong, Pathfinder. I didn't want to bring this kind of thinking to Andromeda. Head to Black Rock Tand. I'll transmit the nav point for the signal.
of Ket still linger. There's no getting rid of them.
Loot from our outposts. And an Ark escape pod. Where'd they get that?
Doesn't matter. They're not keeping it.
We need an up-close scan. Heads up. Looks like a Ket construct.
I hope your colonists don't just work. These worlds need normal life.
And goes. You've evened out the weather, but I wouldn't call reception clear. Eos still feels frontier. Claim, but not tame, we like to say.
Whatever they can build, we can break.
The camp ahead contains Ket lifeforms, Pathfinder.
Looks like Ket machine.
Almost at Blackrock Tand.
That is definitely a Roekaar signal.
Understood. Eyes open.
Pathfinder, there is Nexus equipment nearby.
The person who left this behind, she was part of the first wave of colonists, wasn't she?
The probability is high. This researcher may have left data pads at other remnant sites as well.
Where can I get one of those resistance patches? Trade you a hustle.
It's a Kari, and we don't just hand them out.
I earned mine so I could share it.
I earned mine so I could keep it.
Bradley was right. Roekaar on site.
Watch for reserves after the first assault.
Noted.
Are we clear?
We're clear. And we still have Bradley's signal.
Right. Let's see what they were protecting.
This worries me. Roekaar are not pirates.
This signal can call dropships to a precise location.
That's the Roekaar strategy. The scout would have placed the beacon in the center of Prodromos.
Telling Axul exactly where to strike.
Bradley, Black Rock was Roekaar's scout along the beacon.
Shit. Glad you put an end to that.
I'm not walking away. This is my house.
Not sure what you're asking, Pathfinder. We can't risk our first outpost.
First investment.
Promise and resilience.
What are you planning?
We use their beacon. They want a target, let's give them one. On our terms.
Site 2 is still powered. You could broadcast from the old comm array.
Bait and switch at Site 2. Let's go. Got 'em all.
We purpose build, world by world. That's the way to keep things going.
Pathfinder, active remnant nearby. I suggest investigating.
Get ready to fight!
Pathfinder, there is Nexus equipment nearby.
Good targeting!
Any hope this researcher is still alive?
That outcome is unlikely. If exposed too long, pre-vault radiation would cause terminal health issues.
And maybe her work survived. We need to find the other research sites. Heads up. Looks like a Ket construct. Let's do this!
I detect a remnant device in this location. I advise scanning it, Pathfinder.
We've got targets! this doing in a Ket camp?
Judging by the damage, the Ket were extracting data. This core is too damaged to properly read what they received.
Then we'll just have to find more.
You are in law enforcement?
Not for long. Or long enough, depending on who you ask.
So, you were bad at it?
No. I wanted to make things better for people. And there were too many obstacles.
You wanted to make things better, so you left? That sounds like you were bad at it.
Site. Be careful.
Got 'em all.
I've picked up readings of Nexus-issued equipment nearby.
Sam, this one mentions a nav point.
I've extracted the information and added it to your map.
Then we know where the researcher was headed. Let's go.
We lost a lot of worlds to the Scourge. Seeing one more or less reclaimed is strange.
Sam, you have a location for this Roekaar beacon?
Yes.
The Ket left their mark, but the buildings stand. That's a lesson.
Nav point marked for Roekaar signal upload.
Hit the button. It'll draw them right to us.
We know this place. They don't.
And they're not taking it.
Starting Roekaar signal upload.
Are they heading toward us?
The Roekaar have altered course.
Now might be a good time to take cover.
Human, I told you you'd know soon enough. The beacon is live. You couldn't stop our scouts.
They've bought it. Hold until they're on the ground.
Whites of their eyes. Got it. died protecting this outpost, and we left it.
We'll make it right, Liam.
I'll tell you. Site 1. We overcharged the power relay to draw them in.
The Pathfinder is coming. Motherless. Everyone prepare to bend.
Sounds like they're losing their support.
That's the last of them. We did it, Ryder.
Pathfinder, Axel's shuttle is leaving orbit.
I'll remember this. We're not finished.
You are today, and we'll be ready next time. Come to Prodromos, Pathfinder. We owe you. Again. Pathfinder?
The Roekaar attack is over.
We'll know what to watch for in the future. It can't just be this old man and his hunches. Special thanks to our friend Jarl. It helps to show we're not all on opposite sides.
We can't assume anyone could be an enemy. That's no way to live.
We're not planning on it.
How's the team holding up?
A little shell-shocked. Can't blame them.
Maybe I should say something?
If you like.
Time and time again, you've shown yourselves competent. And this was no exception. The infrastructure you've built, the skills you've developed. Despite adversity, you remain a model for the cluster.
So, when do we get back to work?
No approval asked or expected. We lose sometimes, but if they have the choice to keep going, they'll take it. This wasn't a good day, but it was another day. You gave them that. Your people, Ryder.
Ascent is go.
Leaving Atmo. All clear.
Ryder, could we chat?
You have new email at your terminal, Pathfinder.